We're now going to look at editing your user interface using the CUIx file. It used to be called the CUI file up to AutoCAD 2009, but with AutoCAD 2010 it's called the CUIx file. Now all you do, I'm just moving the crosshair there, if I type CUI on the dynamic input there and press enter, it brings up the Customize User Interface dialog box. Now the first thing we're going to do to avoid any complications is we're going to go to Workspaces here. And what we're going to do, we're going to select our 2D drafting and annotation here, right click, copy, and then click on Workspaces here, right click and paste. Now the reason I've copied that workspace is I don't want to make changes to the original one. I can then right click over my copy, rename it, and I'm going to call it SCB-custom because it's my custom workspace. It's the one where I might test setting up new panels and new ribbons and things. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to set up a new panel for our ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ribbon here, and there's panels there. So I click on the plus sign there, and there's all the panels that are available to us in AutoCAD 2010. Now what I'm going to do there is I'm going to select one that I know works, which is that one there. There's my Home 2D Draw one there. So I'm going to click on that one there, right click, and can I copy that? I can. So I'm going to copy it like so, and then go up here to panels here, and then right click and paste it. So there should now be a copy, there it is, of Home 2D Draw. So again I'm going to rename that, so it's a right click, rename, and it's going to be called SCB Custom, and then dash 2D Draw. So it's my custom 2D Draw panel. So I press enter like that, and that's now in there. Now the good thing is I've got all that information in there. I can make the changes in a minute. So I'm not going to worry too much about what commands I've got on there. What I've got to do now is put that 2D Draw panel into my new tab on my ribbon. So I go all the way back up here now. So I've got tabs here. So I click on the plus sign there. There's my Home 2D tab there. And there's all the panels. So what I want to do now is scroll down the list all the way down here now to find my SCB Custom, which begins with S, so it's right down here near the bottom. There it is. So what I do now is I drag that all the way up. I just keep going up all the way up the list now. Takes a little while because you've got to remember where things are. So I keep going. There we are, and there's my Home 2D there. So I'm going to add that into my Home 2D list. So there it is there. It's in the Home 2D list, okay? So that is Home 2D tab. Yeah, the Home tab here. Okay, so I've now got an SCB Custom 2D Draw panel. So if I edit that now, at any point, that panel, what I can do is I go back down here now to Panels, and it's there. So if I make any edits there, they'll be reflected in that panel in the tab. So what I've got to do now is add that tab here to the ribbon. So it's already in there. So what I've got to do is I've got to place that. There's the ribbon there. So I've now got to go and select my custom workspace here. So what we'll do, we'll call it a day there. That's the first part of customizing your CUIx file. What we'll do now is we'll add those custom parts to our workspace on the workspace itself. So when I go to that workspace, I'll have that new tab on the ribbon and that new panel on the tab on the ribbon.